Hello guys and welcome back to Bleed Norwich YouTube channel with me, Alex and Doeke.
Hello. How are we? You all right?
All good, how are you mate?
Yeah, I'm okay. Trying to forget about the football really at the weekend. If I'm honest.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, it was a bit of a disappointing one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to concede like that last minute. Bit disappointing really, after going up in the last minute as well, pretty much.
It was. I don't know. Just game management is just seeming to be our issue, especially over the last sort of like 2 seasons. I think we dropped the most points from winning positions last season. I think we dropped sort of
Yeah,
yeah
dropped 29 last season and
29.
so far this season we've dropped 24 from
Yeah,
winning position.
yeah.
So,
It's
keeping
quite
the record
horrible.
going.
Yeah, it's very poor. If we were able to see out a game and see out a win, who knows where we'd be in the league?
Well,
Comfortably in the top six.
I
Uh,
think if we could see it out, we'd be on 79 points, I think.
yeah, where does that? I was trying to have a look at the league table. If we did win all those games from winning positions, I just want to see where would we be in the league table. 79 points, you said. We'd
Yeah,
be top.
79.
We'd be top. That makes you laugh, doesn't it? We'd be top of the league if we could see out a win. That's I think that's some stat, isn't it? That kind of says a lot. Obviously, granted, those some of those games that have been draws, for example, Sheffield United at home and Leeds at home, where we have gone 1-0 up
Yeah, yeah.
and then conceded. I think you sort of take a draw in those, but some of them, for
Some of
example,
them we should have really be
yeah,
seeing out.
yes, sorry, Sunday.
Was
Was it
one of them.
Saturday? It was Saturday, wasn't it? It was Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday lunchtime kickoff. Really should have. It was, you know, what, I thought we didn't even play too badly during the game. I thought it was a very scrappy game. It was definitely two sides sort of battling out for the same sort of position.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, and we had some good chances early on. Again, I just thought Science was really poor again. That's
He
just
hasn't been the same since he's been back, really, I don't think.
no. I think it'll come. I do think it'll come. We know the sort of quality he does possess, but we
Oh,
just
yeah, definitely.
he just needs to show it. He just needs to. We want to try and get as much money as possible from the summer, and for that to happen, he needs to perform. And at the minute,
Well, yeah,
he's not doing
exactly.
that. But yeah, just I don't know. I said it obviously in the review is on the Instagram that a draw is probably a fair result overall, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the manner of how it happened is just yeah, just sort of just heartbreaking, really. Go 1-0 up. I think like for that 6 minute period, I'm thinking, okay, hold on here. We're so set for a big playoff run come the end of the season. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously I posted, like, Andy Searnag, you beautiful man, or whatever, in the, like I did, and then a couple of minutes later, that was the worst thing I could have done.
yeah. To talk about it was a bit premature, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I don't want to touch on it too much because it was a bit disappointing. And like I say, on the overall balance, to pick up a draw, for example, if we went 1-0 down and then scored in the 96th minute, we'll be thinking, oh, what a point.
We're really
Um,
thinking, yeah, we've got a result here, but
yeah,
on the other end of the foot, it's a
yeah,
bit disappointing.
and especially them going down to 10 men. Granted, I think they should have been down to 9 men.
Oh yeah, definitely. That
But
was
the refereeing,
the FA still haven't reviewed it yet.
which I'm absolutely baffled by. Obviously, we've seen the
If it was us, it would be done straight away.
exactly. We've seen the situations happen with Norwich with Ball Science, Kenny McLean, Angus Gunn did he as well? Um,
Yeah, Gunn did
and
as well. Yeah, because that was against that was half time yesterday, wasn't it?
it was a game at half time. I can't remember who. It might have been Portsmouth. I don't know. Um, but I thought
QPR, yeah, yeah, Portsmouth, I think. Yeah,
could have been QPR actually. You might be right. I think it might have been QPR. I think it was two from the same game potentially. But like you
yeah,
say,
possibly.
it's just astonishing to me that one that hasn't been caught in game and for okay, hang on, one that's a foul and two that's a red card. He's clearly just elbowed him in the face, and
Yeah, just ran past him, stuck an arm out, and went, yeah,
have some of
see you
that.
later.
Then it's also how they've not sort of reviewed
How
that.
they're not reviewing it after how many people have picked up on it
Yeah,
as well? Like it's everywhere.
I mean, obviously they should be down. They should be down to 9 men, and I think that first challenge from Emmanuel Dennis on Crescene could have been a red card.
Arguably, yeah.
It did get sent off in the end, rightly so. Um, and obviously we go 1-0 up in that game. Everything's looking great, and it's just game management and individual errors. It's just
It,
simple things
I
that we,
think it was because we just tried to press and press and press for the winner for another goal,
yeah,
and then we just bottled it.
especially going up 1-0 that late on. It's about sort of just winning
That
that,
late on, you should be.
getting it as high up the pitch as possible, sitting in a low, but don't allow them to break us down. And they did exactly that, and it was like a knife through butter again. Um,
Well, yeah, exactly.
really
We should
disappointing.
have been just trying to keep possession of the ball, not going for another goal.
Yeah, no, exactly. And but on the other end of the spectrum, obviously a week earlier we played Stoke, 1-4-2. We were comfortable, looked really, really good going forward.
Looked a lot better side.
Yeah, Sargent was brilliant. And I think we had our tails up after that. We think, okay, better performance. Go away from home against Blackburn and see what we can do. And yeah, it's just sort of the inconsistencies that really sort of do it for me in terms of that not being able to make the playoffs at the minute. It's just the case of
Yeah, I don't think we will be anyway.
yeah,
Now, not now.
it's just at home we look so good. Sort of the lower sides like like Stoke, Plymouth, Luton, obviously Hull as well, and
Yeah,
you know
even still after that draw, we are only still 4 points off,
which
I
is
suppose.
crazy to think the amount, and it just goes to show, had we won, a Derby game or the game, obviously Blackburn game, 6 point account would be in playoffs, and then you go further back to
Yeah, exactly.
Cardiff away. Crazy how we didn't manage to see out at least a point in that one. Um, and yeah, no, just so many sort of situations this season that I'm looking back to now where I'm thinking, oh, what if? And that shouldn't be the case at the minute, but
Yeah,
it is. But obviously, we'll sort of go on to Oxford on Friday. I think again, it's a chance to put things right, don't you think?
yeah. I mean, they're another one that are trying to survive as well down in that area, which we have been struggling against at the moment. Teams in that area.
Yeah, I guess obviously Derby was a big one. Hull away,
Yeah,
might get the 3 points there. But I think on the whole, I think especially at home against Oxford, I think, and with the players wanting to put something right after that on Saturday, I do back us to get all 3 points.
we should be winning on paper.
Yeah, I
Really.
think if only football was played on paper, I think we'd be in the top six.
Oh yeah. Well, if it was, we'd be top, wouldn't
Yeah, well, yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, no, I'm fairly confident.
we? Yeah.
Obviously, I think the main issue is sort of like the injuries that we've had to deal with this season, sort of like the inconsistencies in the squad we've been putting out, and the amount of changes we've made. I don't know if there's a stat for this somewhere. I would love to see it. How many different 11s we've put out this season? Because
Quite a few.
I reckon we'd probably be one of the top ones for it in the league.
I reckon it's get heading on for about 6 or 7,
I think even more than that.
or possibly even more.
Yeah, yeah, I think more than that. Um, I'll be
Might even
definitely,
be double figures.
yeah, it probably is. So I'll be interested.
I'll have to have a look and get back to you on that
Yeah,
one later.
that's one to sort of look out for, and I think that's sort of my worry. Obviously, going into the weekend, obviously we haven't heard anything, but I imagine Lewis Dobbins out for the season.
Yeah, that didn't look a good one. That didn't. That was his
He's
calf. So that he
yeah,
looked in agony when he was going off as well. So
yeah, he had his, sort of
that
his head in his hands, didn't he, as well?
that is could be a big blow.
I think if I think we saw in Hoffarup's press conference prior to Blackburn that he was saying Eurosec will be back for this Friday. I think he
He
has to
should be.
start.
Yeah, he
He
should
has to
be.
start, yeah. Or even seeing that start seeing that obviously did score, but I like seeing that off the bench a lot more. I think when he's off
He's
the
better off
bench
the bench. Yeah.
and he's played with Sargent off the bench, he's looked really, really good. Um, so I wouldn't mind that.
That
Obviously,
link up, but after he comes on, is been
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with seeing that's when he's come off the bench and sort of played with Sargent. And it's sort of like he's not as wide when he does that. He's a bit more
Yeah, he's more
narrow.
central. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of just again like you say, the link up's really good between them. Obviously, there's so many options that we can have on the right hand side, but again, I assume Eurosec will come back in. I think
Well,
Marcondes has to start for me. We
yeah.
just how influential he was when he came on in those last sort of like 10 minutes against
He's
Black.
just one of them players that is just everywhere,
Yeah,
really. Marcondes, and this, when he's not there, he's missed.
yeah, massively. I think we've pointed that out on so many occasions now. Sort of in games, I remember I could be we'll be messaging each other during the game and be like, "Yeah, we're missing Marcondes here."
Yeah, yeah.
It's sort of a constant. Yeah, and I think Mahovo's out as well. I think judging from like the reaction, what Hofford said in the press conference, that he's needing scans. It's
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
never sort of a
Yeah.
telling sign that he's going to be back the next game. So I imagine, I mean, hopefully Crescene didn't pick up too much of it because I thought Crescene was really good against the Blackburn as well. I was really impressed with him. I thought defensively he dealt with the issues really well. But he did he did take some heavy bruising, so I won't be surprised if maybe he's taken a bit of a knock and may not be fit. But obviously we've
Yeah,
got Callum
possibly, yeah.
Doyle coming back. Does Jose Cordova get dropped? I don't think so. I think Cordova's been probably one of our best players over the last two games.
Yeah, yeah, he's been put back into it and he doesn't look out of place at all, really.
No, it doesn't look out of
I
place.
mean, he has been put under pressure from other people making mistakes, but he's got through them.
Yeah, and I think his stats are quite telling as well over the last two games. I think he's been performing really well. And if we are to see, let's say, Cresselli get a knock, Mahogo's probably expected to be out. I wouldn't mind seeing Callum Doyle at left back with Cordoba at left centre back. Um,
We have seen it before.
yeah, and I think it works. I get people prefer Callum Doyle as a centre half, but I think he still works really well as a left back,
Oh, yeah.
especially with Callum Doyle's passing range as well. Having him sort of higher up the pitch, I think, will
Yeah,
help in terms
definitely.
of creating chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there'll be much. I don't know if Kenny McLean's going to be back again. It's just really uncertain with what's going on with him at the minute.
You don't really know what's going on with him. It's a bit of one of them ones where you don't really know as
Yeah,
such. It's a bit hush.
yeah. So yeah, yeah,
That
exactly. We're sort of kept out of the loop of that one.
it was kind of like 10 minutes before the game and then hasn't been since
Yeah.
in the squad. So it's a
Yeah,
bit
that was
like
the
what
Preston
is
game,
actually going
wasn't
on
it?
with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, also wouldn't mind seeing Jacob Wright start because I think against Hull he was so good for me, and just since then has been dropped. And but
He's been
saying
a,
that,
he is a good player.
yeah, I think he's more sort of he's tidier in those sort of areas than Sorensen. Although I must say,
Yeah.
I thought Sorensen was really good against Stoke. Not as good against Blackburn. I thought he was sort of found out quite easily. Just nicked in possessions a few times.
Yeah.
But I do think I will sing his praises. He was very good against Stoke. But I think Jacob Wright, for me, just kind of. I think we need to give him game time. He's only on loan for the season. We're already in March. I think if we're
Well,
finding a player from Man City of that caliber, we need to be playing him.
yeah, exactly. If we're wanting to keep him next season, I don't know whether it's on performance based or if it's actually just obligation to buy at the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm still unsure about that deal if it's obligation or an option, but I think it's an option judging by the deal itself. But yeah, it'd be an interesting one. I mean, I'd like to see more of Jacob Wright. What I have seen, I've been fairly impressed by
Well,
him.
yeah, if we're going to be pushing him into next season's team as such, if we do get that option, we need to be playing him a little bit more than we are.
Definitely, no, definitely. But shall we jump into some questions, Alex? As there is a fair few, isn't there?
There is a fair few this week. There is. Um, have a look. Going off with keeping people again. Do you think we'll keep hold of key players such as Sargent and Signs, etc.?
No, um, no, I don't think we will. Again,
Sargent, possibly, I would say, because
even Science possibly just because of his second. I mean, there is an argument for them to stay.
I
Um, I do.
don't think they're going to go to a bigger club, really, because so who's going to want a half a season striker?
He
pretty much.
scores goals. He'd be a very good
He
backup.
does score goals, but he's only there for half a season. He was only there for half season last season, wasn't he? Because
Yeah,
of
pretty
injury, through
much.
injury again.
I guess he is injury prone, but I think if the right offer comes in, I think Sargent will be gone in the
Well,
summer.
yeah,
Similar to
possibly, yeah.
Sainz, yeah, it's all about the right offer. I think Nunes could be another one that could go.
Yeah,
Um, but I think other than that,
Science is going to be one to watch, really, I think.
so, yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, it'd be interesting. Again, it all depends what goes on from now to the end of the season in terms of who we
Well,
keep.
yeah, exactly.
At the minute, yeah, I can see us selling at least two of those sort of three.
But then again, Nap has come out and said we don't need to.
We don't need to sell again, but if the player wants to leave,
But if the right offer comes in,
yeah,
then yeah,
if it's too good to turn down, I think yeah. But I think the fact that we don't need to sell is not saying that we are going to sell. We aren't going to sell. I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
saying
It's
that
just a
the
thing
price
to say.
prices we
Yeah,
are going
we
to be selling for are going to be a lot higher than for example, with Sarah and Rowe in the summer, where we felt like maybe they were sort of underpaid for, so to speak.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Next question.
Uh, bit of a random one. How did you feel beating Alex Griffin in front of Robbie Lyle?
Incredible. Incredible. Right. That video is still living on, and it
That
was
is,
over 6 years ago now. It's crazy.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah, no, it was a great experience. 18-year-old Doeke absolutely loved it. Um, yeah, and I hope Alex and his mum, who he brought with him to make sure he got home safe that night, they both had a great evening. Getting beat by me. And I hope to see more videos and photos of Alex Griffin crying in the near future. I gotta
There we
hope he
go.
watches this. I hope he watches this.
There's your answer.
He fucking spouts some absolute fucking waffle over the internet, honestly.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine being hated by my own fan base, but here we are. But yeah,
Someone's
next
got to
question.
be.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm pretty sure most Ipswich fans probably hate him more than they hate me. So
Says a lot.
that says an awful lot. Next question.
So yeah, moving on. Someone's asked if they think Jurasek will start or play against Oxford. We've
Yeah,
basically
we've
covered.
already touched on that, and I think that's a very good question. Yeah, I'd like to see him start, but I think obviously with Sienatz's performance, obviously I can see Sienatz maybe starting. Obviously got Schwartau as well, so there's definitely options over that right hand side. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
but I
There is
think
options there.
the pace and directness of Eurosec, I think, could really punish Oxford on Friday, and I think, uh,
Yeah.
personally, I'd love to see Eurosec start. Yeah.
Um, who are your favourite Norwich players of all time and in the current squad?
Oh, all time.
I mean, Houlihan's got to be up there. That's
Yeah,
one of my favourites.
Houlihan. I think Pookie.
In my time as a Norwich supporter, I'm going by
Yeah,
Houlihan's got to be up there.
Houlihan's up there for me. I think just for those sort of like 3 seasons that Pookie, well, 4 seasons that Pookie gave us, really, when he was sort of firing on.
Yeah, exactly. Coming in on a free, he had
Yeah, I think
well,
Teemu Pookie
like
for me, I think he just blew me away. He was just, yeah, Teemu Pookie.
no one really expected it. It was just a
Yeah,
name out of the blue
that's the
type
thing. No
thing.
one expected it. I think the sort of the big striker we signed was Jordan Rhodes that summer, and
Yeah,
Teemu
and
Pookie
Pookie
kind of
went on to
proved
be
me
the
wrong.
more prolific one out of the two.
And he was just unbelievable for us. And I just sort of fell in love with him for that. Yeah, I'll go Pookie.
Yeah. Uh, current squad.
Oh, current squad, yeah. Ooh. Who do I love in the current squad? Marcelino Nunes. I just love what
Nunes up there. Yeah.
he just
He's
oozes class. Yeah, not Science or Sergeant, no. As much as I love them both, yeah, for me it has to be Marcelino Nunes. What about yourself?
yeah. Nunes is up there. Mark Condes is another one that's up there.
Good shout. Yeah, no, I like Mike Condes. Just
He's
professional. He just
yeah, just
real
just
professional,
that
isn't
thing.
he?
I've got a thing about him.
Yeah. No, I like a bit of bit of aura.
Yeah.
Right, next one.
Another one about Eurosec. What are your thoughts on him so far?
Oh, so tough to say. He's had one appearance off the bench and
And
one
one
start.
start, so it's just
Um,
like you can't go off too much yet.
yeah, I really like him. I think he's exciting. And
He does
we've got to
he
give him.
does look when he's going to get that chance.
Yeah,
Who will kick on?
he's direct. He attacks defenders. He's exciting. Um, yeah, I like what he's about so far. But again, we've got as Norwich fans, we're very reactionary in terms of like we will jump on a player's back as soon as they're not performing. We've seen that happen with
Yeah, yeah,
who's still got 6 goals this season. Um, it's a very half decent return for a striker that's very young, come abroad into a country. He's sort of an alien to, so to speak. Um, and yeah, he's had a lot of pressure on his shoulders. And I think Sinach is delivering. I think Jurasek could be the same. Young, come over from Czech
yeah, yeah.
Republic. We've got to give him time to adapt. But yeah, like I say, so far from what I've seen of him, exciting.
Yeah, although we haven't seen a lot
Yeah,
of him yet,
and we
but
hope to see
I think
more
he
of him.
will kick on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, next one.
Um, what is your combined Norwich XI from 2015 till now? I mean,
Oh, right, Alex, we're gonna have to do this together. We're gonna have to do this one together. In goal, who you putting forward? This is from 20.
Ruddy,
Ruddy only played 2 seasons from 2015 onwards. Or two and a
true.
half. Me, I'm putting forward Tim.
Um, yeah,
I'll put
Tim Brawl.
two championship titles, the FA
Yeah,
Cup penalty shootout. I think it has to be Tim
it
Krul.
has to be cool for that. Yeah,
Yeah, Tim Krul for me. Right back.
left back,
Or
left
we'll
back
go
or right
right.
back.
Well, we'll start off with right back. I think Max Aaron's. I don't think there's. I mean, Evo Pinto maybe,
Yeah,
but Max Aaron's. I think obvious one, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Left back is a bit difficult. You got Jamal Lewis. I think is a fair shout. Martin Olsen.
Martin Olsen's a good shout.
Who've had a left back at recent times? James Husband. No,
Yeah, yeah.
Christ. Kusene Mahovo, Callum Doyle. Who was that? Yanulis
Giannulis, yeah, he
McCallum,
was he was all right.
Xavi Quintia. I think I think I'm sticking with Lewis. I'm sticking with Jamal Lewis.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
that
put
got.
Lewis in then.
I was torn between him and Yanulis, but I think Lewis just popped up in like sort of vital moments. Remember that
Are
goal?
we just creating the 2018-19 season team?
It might well be. Right, centre backs. We'll go centre backs. Um, I've, it's a really difficult one because we've not been blessed for centre backs. Tim Closer has to go in. Just
Timber's has to go in as one of them, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Tim Closer.
100%.
Christoph Zimmerman, I think, it's the other one. I think we really are creating 18.
We literally are creating that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think Christoph Zimmerman.
yeah.
Are we going a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2? You got
Whatever works. Just roll with it.
because if I
Four
mean
four, 4-4-2.
4-4-2, we'll go bog standard four. I know we don't play for 4-4-2 as Norwich, but bog standard 4-4-2. In the two in midfield for me,
Set central mid, yeah.
yeah, I'm going. Fuck, it's hard, isn't it? Sarah McLean.
Sarah, yeah. Sarah's definitely one of them.
Sarah Kenny
He's
McLean.
up there as
I think
one of
yeah,
our best we've had in a while.
yeah. I think Kenny McLean just for longevity and just what he brings, I think has to go in there.
Yeah.
I was very close to saying Oliver Skip as well. I wasn't.
Although he was only on loan. I know he was your favourite player that season.
To be fair, he was up there for my favourite player of all time. To be honest, even though he's but yeah, Ollie Skip's an honourable mention for me.
Yeah.
But left midfield has to be Borja Science.
Well, yeah, science off the going off last season to how he's adapted to this season.
Awful
Yeah.
because it's Science or Madison for me. Oh,
Yeah.
this is tough.
Well,
This is
throw
really
Madison
tough.
in the mix. No, throw Madison in the mix. Or
Oh, because on the right, obviously, we're going Buendia. There's no sort of
there's no arguing Buendia
oh,
for me, really.
and you can't. I'm really torn between Science and Madison here.
Madison was up there. Madison is definitely up there.
It's just that one season, the sort of the goal contributions he had.
Yeah,
Science scored a lot of good goals this season, but he's kind of drifted off a bit. And I just don't.
inconsistent.
Madison did score against Ipswich, so
Madison was a bit more consistent throughout the
yeah.
season.
Do you know what, I'm going Madison. I'm not putting Science in there. I think Science got to do a little bit more for me to make that sort of. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm going to
Yeah,
go
for
Madison.
sure. Yeah.
And then
Well,
front two.
strikers obviously will have Pookie in one of the strikers.
Yeah, strikers. I'm going to go
In
for
is basically in our top three all-time goal scorers.
strikers. I'm going for Jordan Rhodes and Jordan Hugill.
Yeah,
No, I'm joking. Peaky and Sargent has to be.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Obviously Pookie. Yeah.
Honourable shout out to Cameron Jerome though, because he was
Yeah.
in that era.
That little flick goal versus
Oh
Forest.
fuck! You we've missed one player. I'm gonna take Madison back out. Wesley Hula Hoops, mate. Wesley Houlihan.
Yeah,
He's still knocking about for a good 2 seasons after that.
it was. He was.
I got yeah. I'm sorry. I got to take Madison out.
Well, you're taking the apprentice out for the master.
Yeah, that's it. I can't believe I've done that. That's disgusting. How have I done?
That's
How have I managed that? Yeah, it's
what
got.
it was that season. One
Well,
to
that's the thing.
apprentice and the master.
2015 to 2000. He retired in what? Didn't retire. Sorry, he left us in 2018.
Yeah,
So that's three
and he
years.
scored. He scored in his last game as well. So
He did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's got to be Houlihan.
got to be in.
Yeah, that's that's a difficult one. Yeah, Christ. At least give us a 7 on the bench as well next time. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, people actually watch all this all the way through. Fuck me, we're going to get ridiculed in the comments. We're missing out some players here.
Yeah, definitely.
Next question.
It's a bit of a tough one. How's the goalkeeper situation going? I mean, I personally think that Reyes will be number two.
I think,
If
yeah,
not, if not,
Reyes we are.
if not, he could be number one because we don't know what's going on with Gunn at the moment.
The thing is, I still think Reyes will be number 2 coming into next season and
Yeah,
going.
starting off, he hasn't had enough experience yet
Yeah,
in our
I
squad.
don't, but I also don't think we're going to keep holding gun. I think we're going to sign a new number 1 in the summer.
Yeah, I
And
mean, because we haven't heard anything about what is going on with Gunn,
yeah,
and
and also I don't think Gunn should be number 1 after this season.
no,
But yeah,
and you can just chuck Long out of the pitch. He's not good enough.
yeah, keep him around. Look after the garden patch and the veg patch at the training ground maybe,
He's got to look after soccer ball as well.
and soccer ball. But apart from
Got to
that,
make sure that don't run out of battery.
Reyes number 2, Archie Mayer number 3, and getting a new number 1 in the summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, next question.
Are the next five games all must win if we if we are to make the playoffs?
I think the next 3 are. The next
Next
3
three?
are because you're facing Oxford at home. That's a win.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bristol away.
Sheffield Wednesday at home first
Oh yeah.
on the Tuesday. That for me is a must win. I think they're sort of playoff chasing, but not quite. They're 13th, they're a bit below. I think if we win that, 6 points, we'll see the table shift a bit. Then you're facing playoff chasing Bristol City away. Win that, things look a little bit brighter, and we might even end ourselves back into the playoffs after those 3 games.
And
So
in the next three games, we don't have a single 3 o'clock kickoff.
yeah, Sky. You know what I mean?
Quarter to 8, 8 o'clock, and another quarter to 8.
I love Sky Sports.
Sky Sports for you.
Yeah, brilliant,
They're,
fantastic.
they're basically doing our rest of the season for us.
And that's it. I was hoping to go to Oxford at home. I now can't. I was hoping to go to Bristol City away. I now can't. Cheers, Sky Sports. But yeah, on to the next question.
That was it, I think. Maybe another one. Who will we sell for more in the summer? Sinax or Svartau? I don't think we'll sell either.
I think that's not full in the summer. I think you sent me over that question. I think that's like in the
Or
future.
just in general, yeah.
Yeah, in future. Who's going to sell more? I do not know. Who's got the highest ceiling? I think Schwartau just. I think he's 18. Sinats is 21. But I think they both have very, very high ceilings, and I both think they're going to go on to do very, very good things. And hopefully, we don't sell them, and we keep growing them into fucking well-being
Well, I think
players.
we'll keep him for a good
And
couple of seasons
yeah, in
or so.
6 years' time, they'll be two of the best players in Europe. We'll be playing Champions League football, and Ipswich will be languishing around League Two, maybe National League, on the border of liquidation.
I just saw that. I just saw that pig outside, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Flying over.
Is that right? Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And hell, I'd love to see Alex Griffin cry at Barrow away again.
Oh, that'd be some scene.
It would be. But yeah, so that's the end of the questions. I guess that means it's the end of the video.
Yeah, yeah. On to Oxford.
On to Oxford. Well, I guess we'll see you guys hopefully in the next couple of weeks for another video. Hopefully things look a little bit brighter for Norwich.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.